Well, hello and welcome. My name is Rhonda Jordan, and if this is your first time joining me on a live stream, I do this each Wednesday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm always excited to have you on, whether you're watching live or if in fact you are watching me in the replay. Either way, welcome, and I'm excited that you're here with me. For those of you that are joining me for the very first time, one of the things that I do is I teach individuals how they can earn income as a solopreneur, really based upon things such as digital products, creating and selling them, also with affiliate marketing, and also creating courses and so forth. I also teach a lot of strategies surrounding content creation. And the reason for that is because it's so much better if you can create your own audience by creating content that acts as a magnet and pulls them in. So, hopefully, that gives you an understanding of who I am and what I do. What I'd love to have you do if you're watching me live or even on the replay, just drop in a comment. Let me know that you're here. Say hello. If you're comfortable with it, you can also feel comfortable dropping in where it is that you're watching from. I always tell people who are watching my live trainings that when you come to them, you want to also come with the mindset of being ready to learn. I always suggest that you have, some type of way to take notes, whether that is a notepad and pen, whether that's, using your iPad to take notes, whether it's using your phone, whatever it is you do, because the information that you're going to be getting is going to be valuable to you. And I'm always going to give you something that you can get off of my trainings and implement. And then at the very end, I always give you a bit of mindset training. And the reason why I feel that that is important is because when you are acting as a solopreneur and building a business, trust me, you need to work on your mindset to keep yourself going. So, good evening from India. Thank you so much for being here with me. As I mentioned, we're getting ready to jump into a topic that I think is going to help a lot of you, and it's the right time for us to start preparing for it. Essentially, what we're going to be talking about is using affiliate marketing specifically during the fourth quarter in order to generate income for you. Now, I know that for some of you, you want to start generating income, but you're not yet ready to create a digital product, or you don't really have all the components in place, but you still want to be able to participate in generating income during this very, very lucrative time of the year, which is fourth quarter. You have to keep in mind that during the months October through December, many people have their credit cards out and, cash, however they're going to be paying for things, and they're ready to buy. You also have a lot of individuals that are online searching and looking for solutions. And so if you can position yourself to have a series of products that you can recommend to people, then by all means, you have an opportunity to earn income from affiliate relationships. Now, I'm going to assume that for some of you, you're brand new. You really don't even fully understand affiliate marketing. So for those of you that do understand it, give me just a second in order to explain it to people so that we can all kind of meet in the middle and be ready to learn the information we're going to be sharing today. All right, so the first thing that I want to share with you is what is affiliate marketing. And essentially what it is where you act as a driver of traffic, and traffic meaning eyeballs, people that are part of your audience or people that are just online in general searching. And what you do is you drive traffic to products and services that have been created by other people. You're not responsible for creating the product. You're not responsible for delivering the product. You're not responsible for managing the product or customer service or any of that. You are simply responsible for driving traffic to those products and services. Now, in return, what the individual who created the product does for you is they pay you a commission for every sale that you create. And the way that they know it's for you you or a sale that you've generated is you are going to be provided with an affiliate link. And that affiliate link is what you are going to distribute to people and let them know that it is an affiliate link so that you can be compliant with the federal with the recommendations and the requirements of the FCC, because they're very, very strict on making sure you let people know that they are purchasing through an affiliate link. Now, here's the other thing. When people purchase through your affiliate link, it doesn't cost them any more. It's just that you are that's a way of identifying you as the person who's driving that traffic. Now, another thing that you are required to do is to disclose that. And it can be something as simple as, the link that you're clicking on is my affiliate link at no additional cost to you. I'll earn a commission if you purchase through this link. It can be something as simple as that, but it is required that you do it. Okay. So now that we're kind of all on the same page in terms of what affiliate marketing is, what I'm now going to do is to go into how you can capitalize on affiliate marketing and start setting yourself up to earn income during this fourth quarter. Now, I don't want to leave you with the message that the only time you can earn affiliate income is during fourth quarter, because that's absolutely not true. You can earn affiliate marketing all year long. And the other thing is, oftentimes, because of the way you are setting yourself up to drive traffic, you can even earn income while you're sleeping, because while you're sleeping, other people may be shopping or people may be searching for solutions to problems that they have. So affiliate marketing is really a great opportunity for you to create income without having to create a product. Another thing about affiliate marketing is you can be someone who's brand new and actually start creating traffic that goes to these offers and start earning income. I do want to caution you, though, and let you know that don't think that if you make a sale today that you're going to be paid tomorrow. That's not how affiliate marketing works. Typically, when you make a sale, the affiliate, the company is going to hold back your affiliate commission for 30, sometimes as much as 60 days. And oftentimes that's because they're protecting themselves from returns or, any other issues that might come up. So they don't want to pay you before they know for sure that the sale that was made through your link is a solid sale and won't be refunded or returned or anything like that. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead. And as I'm going through this information, you're going to see me looking down at my notes, because I have a lot of notes and information I want to share with you. But additionally, if you have any questions as we're going through the information, drop those questions into the comments and I'll answer them as we go along. All right, so today we're going to be talking about not just the Amazon affiliate program, but we're going to be talking about other affiliate programs that you yourself can associate yourself with. You, of course, with any affiliate program, you have to apply and then you have to be approved before you're a legitimate affiliate for that program. All right. Okay. So I really want you to think about your niche and what it is that you do. And I want you to start thinking about products that either you use or that you have seen and you plan to start using. And it's important that I mention that to you, because you really want to focus on products during this time that, or anytime you're doing affiliate marketing, you want to focus on products that you use, because you want to come across as being authentic by being able to share with people things about that particular product. All right. Now, the other thing is you don't even need to own the product. However, I do recommend that you do own the product so that you can, in fact, be authentic as you're sharing information to people. And so now what I want to do is I want to get into how you can start positioning yourself and what are some of the things you need to do. Now, the first thing is I want to talk a bit about getting approved for affiliate programs because some are very easy to get approved for and others it takes more. And what I mean by more to get approved for that is a lot of programs want to see that you have built some type of an audience, some type of following, some type of, whatever. And they also want to see that you have some engagement with that audience. So, for example, let's just use a YouTube channel. You can have a YouTube channel that you have started to grow, but one of the things that is also going to be beneficial to you is if you have people on your YouTube channel, the subscribers or just those watching your channel who are commenting, who are liking, who are, asking you questions and so forth, because that shows a potential company that you might become an affiliate for that you really do have an engaged audience. Now, why is an engaged audience important to a lot of affiliate programs? Well, it's because they want to know that you can actually drive traffic, that you have an audience that you can start referring to their various products and services. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't companies out there that will simply approve you, even if you're brand new and really don't have much of an audience at all, because there absolutely are companies like that. So, if here's my advice to you, if you get denied for a specific affiliate program that you would like to join or a specific affiliate platform, apply again. Continue building your audience and then apply again. Sometimes they just need to see that there has been some growth. Sometimes they need to see that that audience is, in fact, increasing in size. And that's going to be a reason for them to say, okay, this person really is growing. Maybe when we first looked at them, they didn't have much of an audience, but now I can see that they're engaged, they're releasing regular content, their content aligns with the products or services that we offer. Yes, let's go ahead and approve this individual as an affiliate for our product or service. Okay. So now let's talk about getting approved now, because I want you to start really thinking about focusing in on one platform. And the reason why I'm saying focus in on one platform, and I mean either, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, whatever it is, focus in on one and really start growing your audience. Because if in fact you're going to be required to submit, let's say where you're most active, you want to be able to submit that specific platform that you're most active on, because again, this is going to help you get approved. Now, another thing is you want to get approved right now because you want to have the opportunity to start creating content around that product. Now, when you start creating product or service, now the reason why you want to start creating content now is because when people get into the fourth quarter where they're shopping and they're thinking about things, you want to already have a good amount of content, if you will, that you can refer people to. And the thing about it is, even that content that you're creating now, remember, I teach reusing and repurposing content. So some of that you can share again, let's say in October or November or December. And those eyeballs of people who are potentially interested in your affiliate program that you're representing, they can now see what it is that you have to offer and share your link in that so that they can then move on and click that link and hopefully get on over to your affiliate program that you're representing and buy something. Okay. Now, let's talk specifically about the holiday season, and I've kind of alluded to that, but there's a specific time frame in here that I want you to be ready to capitalize on it. And that's going to be that weekend between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now, During the Black Friday to Cyber Monday, remember, people in the beginning of that week, they've been hearing about all these different sales that are going on. They're starting to think about their, Christmas shopping, or if they celebrate Christmas or whatever holiday shopping they're going to be doing. They're starting to think about that. So many people are already online. And because of the things that are going to be offered on that weekend of Black Friday through Cyber Monday, oftentimes there are some really good deals, really good sales, and so people want to take advantage of that. So you want to make sure all of your content and your plan to market is in place prior to that. I say get started now. Start thinking about what it is you need to do to prepare for that. Start thinking about how you're going to capitalize on it. So one of the things that I want you to also think about is this is a time frame where people are already buying other things. So if there's something they've had in their, let's say, Amazon shopping cart, or some product or service that they've been wanting to purchase, that might be the time that they're saying, I'm going to go ahead and do it during that time frame because I know there's going to be some good deals. So you get prepared for it so that you can potentially be one of the links that they click on and purchase from during that time frame. Now, I want to talk specifically about a program that everybody's probably familiar with it. And there's two different programs that are part of this company. One, or the company, first of all, is Amazon. And so within the Amazon framework, if you will, they have two different types of affiliate programs. One is just their regular Amazon affiliate program. Pretty easy to get approved for, even if you're brand new. And essentially, with that, what happens is you will receive links, or there's a way for you to create links from the content that you want to share with people. And then you just simply share those links. As I mentioned, that's a program that's pretty easy to get approved for. So I would highly recommend, if you are looking for your very first program for affiliate marketing, definitely apply for the Amazon affiliate program. You can just simply search Amazon affiliate, go through and provide the information that they need, and there's a pretty good chance that you're going to be approved. However, one thing you do need to keep in mind is I believe you're required to make a sale within, it's either 90 or 180 days. I can't remember, and don't quote me on that. You'll have to read the program's terms and conditions to be sure of that. So if in fact we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to make a sale during that time frame, if we haven't done it before, go ahead and apply now, get approved, and start thinking about which products you want to actually offer to people and how you might promote them. Now, let's just talk quickly about some ways that you can promote Amazon links. One is, let's say you're a YouTuber. In the description of your videos, you can actually put in the links to specific products. For example, if you look at the video that you're watching now, this live stream, and you look in the description, I have a link to the camera gear that I use for live streaming. Almost all of it, with the exception of maybe one link, is an Amazon affiliate link. So just keep that in mind, that would be a way for you to promote things. Another way that you could promote is, let's say that you are a blogger. You can actually write articles, and those articles can talk about the 10 different items that I use, non-negotiable items that I use for live streaming. And I could list out those different products in my blog. Another way that you can do it is you could create a video. Let's say if you're doing YouTube again, you could create a video where you talk about, the products that you actually use and that are Amazon related or could be purchased from Amazon, and then just let people know that they are linked in the video description. So how do those two differ? One of the things I can tell you is for every single live stream I do, there's always going to be a link to the camera equipment. even though I don't talk about it in every video or I don't explain to you the camera equipment that I actually use. Versus if I did a specific video where I just talked about the camera equipment that I use. So hopefully that makes sense to you and helps you understand. All right. Now, another thing that you can do in terms of promoting Amazon products is, you can well, let me caution you on this because this is something I always have to make sure I tell people. You can create content, okay, in the form of, let's say, an ebook. And in that ebook, you can reference products that are available for purchase on Amazon. However, you cannot put into an ebook affiliate links from Amazon. Can't do it. It's against the terms and conditions. So another thing is for any company you become an affiliate of, and specifically Amazon, you definitely want to make sure you follow the terms and conditions. Now you might be thinking, oh no, you just burst my bubble. How do I get around that? One way that you can get around that is you can say, in your ebook, I have a full list of items that I use, and they're going to be available on my blog or my website or my whatever. And then you direct people to the blog post, and in the blog post, you can list out the affiliate links. So hopefully that makes sense. And I can tell you from personal experience, I am part of the Amazon influencer program as well. I was recently approved for it, and I'll talk a little bit more about the differences so that you understand. With the Amazon influencer program, you definitely have to have some type of an audience. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. When I first applied for, and I can't even remember when it was, but I'm sure it was sometime this year, applied for the Amazon influencer program, I was denied because I didn't have enough of an engaged audience. And here's the thing about the Amazon influencer program and getting approved for it. Amazon does not tell you how many subscribers or followers you need. They don't even come up and tell you what the exact requirements are. Here's what I can tell you. You just need an engaged audience, meaning people are commenting, they are liking, they are asking you questions, and your audience is growing. That's about the best description I can give you. I can't give you any hard and fast numbers because there aren't any. All right. Now, the second time I applied for the Amazon influencer program, I was denied. Okay. So even though my audience on YouTube has been growing, I definitely was denied. And then the third time that I applied for the Amazon influencer program, which I think was in maybe mid-June, late June, something like that. It might have even been early July. I have to go back and look at it. I was approved. And the only thing that I can say that is different is my audience was growing and my likes and comments and subscribes and questions and so forth on my YouTube channel are growing. Now, let me also share this with you if I didn't state this prior. With the Amazon Influencer Program, they are going to ask you to tell them which platform you have an audience on. I suggest to you that you don't necessarily submit the program or platform that has the largest number of subscribers or followers. I suggest that you submit the program or platform that you're on that has the most engagement, if that makes sense to you. Now, they might be one and the same, but I just want to make sure that you know that because you could have an audience on a platform that is 10,000 strong, but no engagement, meaning people aren't liking, commenting, asking questions. And then you could have one that only has 3,000, but there's lots of activity on that where people are connecting with you and engaging with you. All right. So, all right, Pure Epiphany. Let's go ahead. Let me pop that in. Thanks for clarifying the affiliate link and the ebook. Yeah, you do not want to go down that road because so many people don't know that that is definitely against the rules and regulations. And as I said, there is a way around it. It's just you've got to make sure that you link to something else that Amazon is in fact able to track that link on. And I think they feel like they just can't do that if it's inside of an ebook. Okay. All right. So the next thing with the Amazon influencer program, and in a second here, I'm going to show you what the storefront looks like because that's another thing that you get as a Amazon influencer that you do not get with the Amazon affiliate program. The storefront is just your way of creating a list of products that you use and being able to display them on your own little piece of real estate within the Amazon world. Okay. So, the other thing I can tell you about the Amazon influencer program is it gives you lots of tools that you can work with. So, for example, you can create things such as like collages, where you can take a group of related products and put them on a collage, and that in turn is going to display on your storefront. Another thing that you can do is just put in single products, if you will. And then a third thing that you can do is you can create lists. So, for example, I have on my storefront, and let me just go ahead and show you this now. Okay. And you get your own name and so forth. So, give me 1 second as I show this to you. Okay, so this is my Amazon storefront, okay? And this is given to you once you become an influencer. And if you notice, as I scroll through this, you see my name up top. I have a little blurb about myself, and it's very clear in terms of the word earns commissions. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger so it's easier to read. So it says earns commission up there. And I'm going to show you some of the various things that you can do within this because this is really what you want to shoot for. The Amazon affiliate program is okay, but the Amazon influencer program definitely has a lot more options for you. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, as I mentioned to you, you can create lists. So, for example, if you were to take a look at this, this right here is a list. Let me just show you. Let's go over here and just show you my video gear. So if I were to click on this right underneath here, you can see all 22 items. And so this is a list that I've curated of all of the different products that I use as part of my video gear. Now, some of this is also included in my live streaming gear, but it's just a way to be able to share this with people. And so what I'm then able to do is I can just give people the deep link or the link that goes directly to this list. And I can add as many products as I want to it. I can delete products and so forth. And what happens, just like with the regular affiliate program, is when someone clicks on your link and they purchase something within 24 hours, you're going to earn a commission on that. So it's very much something that you need to understand. The cookie, if you will, for Amazon is 24 hours. Now, here's the other thing, and this is true of the regular affiliate program, and it's also true of the Amazon affiliate influencer program. They could click on your link, go to Amazon, and then decide to purchase something that you didn't even recommend. And as long as they do it within 24 hours, you're going to earn commission on that. So it definitely has some advantages to it. Now, another thing that I want to show you is what a collage looks like. So right here, this is a collage. Hopefully you can see this. It says cozy and comfortable. And on this cozy and comfortable, what you do is you locate products from within Amazon, and then you can pop them on related products. I like to say related products, and you can pop them in. Okay. And so now here's when people are searching, they might say, well, yeah, I'd like to have something, cozy, comfortable attire to wear around the house. And then let me grab the blanket as well. So that's another way to be able to do it. Another thing is if you'll notice up here, I have 4 different lists, and these 4 different lists are all pinned. Amazon, as an Amazon influencer, you can pin up to 8 different lists. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. Now, the other thing, so if I drive traffic to this, or any Amazon influencer drives traffic to any of these from an outside source, so YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is that that link might be found, clicked on, and takes people to Amazon, that's considered an off-site link, if you will. Okay. Now, the other thing that you get and can benefit from with Amazon, the Amazon Influencer Program, is something called shoppable videos. Okay. Now, let me explain shoppable videos quickly, because as soon as you get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program, I want you creating shoppable videos, and there's a specific reason why. Shoppable videos are typically going to be videos that are about 30 seconds to maybe as long as 2 minutes. I typically don't do more than a minute or a minute and a half. And it's where you are describing a product, showing and describing a product. And here's the great thing. You don't even have to show your face. So all of the ones that I have done have been faceless. You see my hands, you see the product, you hear me talking. That's the extent of it. And I'm going to show you what some of these look like. So with these shoppable videos, what happens is once you are approved, and I'll go through that process in just a second. Once you are approved, then what happens is you have the potential for your videos to end up on the actual link or actual description and page for that specific product. Okay, let me give you an example. Not only are they going to end up there, but they're also going to be on your Amazon storefront. So I want to show you this particular product here. Okay, these are ice cream containers. So if I come over to this link or this description, if somebody were to type in this description, StarPak ice cream containers, I love these, so I did a video on it. And if they scroll down as they're looking through the description and everything else, one of the things you're going to come across will be, let me just get down here quickly, will be these shoppable videos. Now, that's just Amazon's name for them. And it's typically just a video where someone is describing the product, their experience, and maybe giving a recommendation. So if you notice over here, hopefully you can see that right there, it says Rhonda M. Jordan. This is my shoppable video. Okay. Now with this, all I did was simply set these ice cream containers up on my, I'm going to click on it, but I don't want it to play. Okay, all I did was set this up on my kitchen counter, and then I recorded this video. And all of the shoppable videos that I do, I record on my cell phone. I don't even record on my regular camera that you see me use for live streaming or recording videos. So this is something anybody can do. These videos are super simple, and all you do is do some basic edits on them. So I cut off the beginning, I cut off the end where I've stopped talking and there's, you don't hear any sound. And then any breaks that happen in between. So if I make a mistake, I simply stop talking for a second. And that makes it editing very easy. Why am I telling you this? Because I want you to understand anybody can do these types of videos, all right? So the thing about it is, if somebody doesn't know anything about me, but they're interested in this particular ice cream container, and they start going through the description and they watch the videos that are on there. And let's say they watch my video, and from that, they then decide to buy. Well, then I earn a commission from it. The same thing happens for you. So here's a way for you to earn what is called on-site commissions. Now, these are going to be based upon those shoppable videos that you create that are about 1 minute in length, probably recorded on your cell phone, and all you really need is a decent mic, good lighting, and the product, and you just demonstrate it, and that's a way for you to earn income. So the goal is to create as many of these shoppable videos as you can and get them approved by Amazon. Now, let me give you the caveat. I'm going to stop sharing this now for just a second. All right. Now, let me give you the caveat, which is before your videos can show up on product descriptions within the Amazon world, if you will, you do have to submit 3 videos and get them approved. Now, I've heard of stories of people that have submitted videos and you only get 3 attempts to do this. Okay. So you've got to get it right. I've heard people attempting to do this and they got denied the first time, they got denied the second time, they got denied the third time, and at 3 strikes and you're out. I've also heard of people that got denied the first time after they submitted their 3 videos and they didn't get approved, but perhaps they got approved on the second time. Now, why am I telling you that I was able to get approved the first time around? Because I studied what was necessary. I made sure I didn't make any of the mistakes. I read the information that Amazon includes in their creator, their information that they give to Amazon influencers on what they're looking for. They're very clear about the do's and the don'ts. For example, you can't have any personal information that is displayed or disclosed. You cannot show any barcodes. You know, they don't want you to show your address. So the Amazon boxes don't do that. So all I did was follow the rules. And I made sure that I had good sound quality. I made sure I had good lighting. And I made sure that I focused on the product. Because when you are creating these shoppable videos, it's really not about you. People don't care. I hate to say it that way, but people don't care about you. They care about the product. If they're in buying mode, they want to know how big is the ice cream container? How wide is it? What pieces are involved in it? And that's all I focused on. The other thing, write this down if you're going to be applying for the influencer program and then focusing on getting shoppable videos. The other thing I want you to put in there is that, you know, you're only going to submit 3 videos. If you submit 10 videos that have to be reviewed by Amazon, they have to go through and review all 10 videos. And if they find anything wrong with one of those videos, you have to start all over. Submit 3 videos, make sure you follow the rules, and before you know it, you know, you have the opportunity to have your shoppable videos added to products. And so why do I focus so much on telling you about this? Because oftentimes it's not going to necessarily be the traffic you personally drive to Amazon from your YouTube links and so forth. It's going to be the traffic that comes to you via the shoppable videos of people you don't even know or don't even know they're looking at these products. That's where you're going to start earning commissions. Okay. So does that make sense to everybody? If you have any questions on any of that, please let me know. Now, the other thing that I would suggest to you is once you do, in fact, get your shoppable videos reviewed, and you get approved and you'll get this little thing that says congratulations, you know, you've been approved for it. I'll see if I can find it. It's somewhere on my desktop, but it pops up in the Creator Hub letting you know that you have in fact been approved. Now, my thing is as soon as you get that, work as fast as you can to get to about 100 videos. Now, I know some of you are like 100 videos. There's no time frame on how long. If it takes you a year to do 100 videos, perfect. If it takes you, 6 months to do it, perfect. You're on your own calendar. Why do I say 100? Because typically most people find that once they get to about 100 videos, that Amazon starts pushing out more of your videos and starts putting you higher in the carousel. Let me show you what I mean by the carousel. I'm going to go back and share my screen here for just a second. Okay, so if we go down to where those shoppable videos are, okay, over here, you're going to see a list of videos. Okay, so right now you can see there's about 4 videos. That's what I mean when I say the carousel. And when I say they can push you higher into that carousel, that means that your product, your shoppable video could be one of the first ones that people see. Okay, all right. I know I've spent a lot of time on that, but there's a reason why. If you go ahead and you start working now, maybe you won't have 100 videos by the time people start shopping for Black Friday, but you might have 20 videos. You might have 15. What I would suggest you do is my all time favorite concept, which is you batch the content. You find the products around your house and you can go through your Amazon order list, filter it out, and put together a list of products that you want to review. And then you set them up in an area within your home and you just bang out those videos. It really, honestly, the first few are going to take you longer just because you're not yet in the flow. But just focus on the description, focus on what you like about it, focus on things that people might not be aware of. So, for example, one of the videos or items I reviewed was a small desktop tripod. Well, people might not have realized that there's a way to flip up the top of it and there's a cell phone holder in there, or there's a leveler that's included in there. So, focus on things people might want to know. Compare it in size to other things. So, people who are trying to figure out how large it is, that question can be answered. If in fact it has something unique about it, specify that as well. So that would be some of the information I would give to you. All right, so let me come over here. How do I know what product is selling in any area? Well, the thing is, there are, in fact, there's software that you can purchase if you want that will give you more information on it, but you're going to pay a monthly fee for that. If you're just getting started, what I would suggest you do is just kind of work on the law of large numbers playing in your favor, which means look at the products you have in your home and review as many products as you possibly can. Now, another thing that you can do is you can take a look at the number of products that you already own, and you can go to the carousel and see how many videos are out there. If in fact there are products, very few products. So I think there might be 10 slots for the carousels. If you only see 3 videos, then that might be something that you want to focus on. Another thing that will happen, and I want to share this with you. Amazon, and you should be very much aware of this because this could be a violation if you don't do it right. I'd love to be able to show you the Amazon storefront that I see as an influencer, but that's against the terms and conditions. Okay. You cannot show your back office, as I like to say. So just be very much aware of that. But in there, there's a section where Amazon will say, we need videos on this. And the way that they typically are going to identify which videos that you can potentially make is as you are creating lists, as you are creating. So let me go back to show you what I mean by that. And again, and just so you know, I'm not showing you my back office. This is my public facing, the public facing storefront that I have. So I'm not violating any things here. But let's say, for example, you have created this list. And if I were to click on it, it's going to have all these different books that I recommend. So one of these books might be something that Amazon is saying in that the space that only you can see. They'll say we need a video on that. We need shoppable videos on that. So they will, to some degree, help you out with coming up with things that you could, in fact, make videos on. So hopefully, Alok, that and does in fact answer your question. As I said, otherwise there is in fact software. I personally, because I've only been approved for the Amazon program now for just a little over a month. I personally don't use any of that. If I do start using any of the software for that, then I will come back and update this video and let you know. Okay. All right. So again, why am I focusing so much on this? Because I want you to work as hard as you can to get a platform with engagement ready to go so you can apply and get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program, because inevitably you have the opportunity through more avenues to earn more income from a variety of different ways, whether it's the collage posts, the list posts, the shoppable videos, and so forth. Another way that you can earn income as an Amazon influencer is by going going live. So once you are approved, you also have the opportunity to live stream on Amazon. And if someone is looking at one of the products that you have created a live stream on, it will show up somewhere on that description. And so, again, if people purchase from your live stream, that's a way for you to earn commission. So, the reason why, again, I'm focusing on this is there's just many more avenues to earn income through the influencer program than there is through the regular program. Finally, another thing I'll say to you, and this is true also of the regular program, but with this, you can also apply for the Amazon affiliate program, if you will, and have a storefront in other countries. So I recently applied and was approved for Canada because I do have a number of viewers that watch me from Canada. So I'm in the process of setting that up as well, setting that storefront up as well. So lots of different ways. But again, the goal is get your stuff in order right now so that all this material, the stuff on your storefront is there. You can create collages anytime. You know, create as many of them as you can, create as many shoppable videos, create lists, and pin the ones that are more likely for your audience to actually be interested in, pin those to the top so people can get to them. All right. So that is definitely something that I want you to focus on. All right, Alok, it looks like you were asking me a question. Are you asking how can you get to the affiliate program? Let's see. I just have to remember what the link is. Let me show you. Amazon. Okay, plan a live stream selling like a toothpaste. Is it something that is sold on Amazon? Because if it is, you have to go through the steps of getting approved for the influencer program. Next, you have to get your shoppable videos approved, and then from there, you can be eligible for the live streaming aspect of things. All right, so let me just see if I can get you the link to the Amazon influencer program. So let me just show my screen here again. So all I did was Google Amazon influencer program, sign up for it, click on that, and it'll take you to this page. And then from there, you can actually go through the process of signing up. They're going to use, if you have an Amazon account already, they're going to start with that. And then at some point, it's going to ask you to indicate which platform you want them to review to find out if, in fact, you have enough enough engagement, if you will, in order to be able to get approved. Okay. All right. Any other questions on that if it's outside of Amazon, you're not going to be able to do that. So just kind of keep that in mind. You will definitely not be able to do that if you are, if the product has to be sold on Amazon in order for you to do that. Okay. In order for you to be able to live stream. All right. So let's see here. Let me go back to my notes. Okay, so the next thing is the strategy that I want you to implement to be able to earn income from this is I also want you to go live during the Black Friday through Cyber Monday timeframe. I want you to do a live stream, let's say on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, wherever it is, and I want you to pick maybe 15 to 20 products that you like, that you use, that you can confidently talk about, and that your audience is going to be interested in. So let me give you an example. If your audience is all about homemaking type items, don't go live on your platform talking about camera gear. There's a disconnect. You got to talk about what your audience is interested in. And then what you can do from that point is direct them back to your Amazon storefront. And so that's a way to get them onto Amazon through your link and get them actually shopping. Now, do you have to do this, or can you only do the live stream if in fact you're an Amazon influencer. No, you can be part of the regular Amazon affiliate program, do a live stream, and then just have a list of the individual products and their links, their Amazon links. And then you tell people to look below. Those products are linked. And again, if they click on that, they're going to be directed to that product. So the goal again is to go ahead and get started working on this stuff now so that you have it in place and ready to go. All right. So I've talked a lot about Amazon, but Amazon is not the only way. There are lots of other products out there. There are also things that you can do. So let's say, for example, you want to you recommend a software. So, for example, there are a couple of different software items that I recommend. System IO is one that I recommend. I also recommend, for example, vidIQ. That one is definitely one I use to help me come up with the content that I'm going to be incorporating into my live streams as well as my regular YouTube videos. There's all sorts of things out there. So you can become an affiliate for these programs. Another thing that I recommend is the live stream software that I use, which is Ecamm Live. There's links to that in the description below this video. And so, I recommend it because I love it. I use it. I'm familiar with it. It's got a lot of options, flexibility. It can be used in a variety of different ways. So I want other people who might be interested in live streaming to know about it and to be able to use it. So, think about those things. Another thing, it doesn't necessarily have to be software. Let's say, for example, you're in the camping or outdoor type thing. Well, you might become an affiliate for a program like what's the Dick Sporting Gear, Sports Gear, whatever it's called. The other programs, Cabela's is another one. Find out if they have affiliate programs. And typically, the way that you can find that out is by scrolling through their website. Go all the way down to the very bottom, and typically, you can find a link for their affiliate program or how to become an affiliate. And then you'd go through the steps of getting approved. And from there, you'd begin the process of identifying products that you want to promote to your audience and then come up with your strategy on how you're going to promote. And again, just get started now so you can start creating that content. Another reason why I suggest you get started now is most of the time when we're brand new and we're starting things like this, like creating videos or whatever, the first few are really not going to be very good. Okay. You're not going to be very good at it. So you want to kind of get the kinks out, if you will, by, creating a bunch of bad videos. So then you can start creating better videos and you get better on camera. And so by the time Black Friday rolls around, you're way better than you were at the very beginning. So that would be another thing that I would tell you to do. Another thing that you can do is think about it, other niche specific things. So, for example, if you're into fitness or something like that, and maybe helping people get into shape, what types of products could you recommend that you can become an affiliate for and share that with your audience? So there are lots of different ways. And what I would say to you is don't focus solely on Amazon. Amazon can definitely be part of your strategy, but I would tell you if there are products outside of Amazon, by all means, become an affiliate for those and then figure out how you can weave it in. Now, here's my cautionary tale, and I always say this to people. Anytime you are creating content and getting it out there, remember, you can't be in a mode where you're constantly promoting, 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 promoting. You're going to turn people off. You're going to have to provide some valuable information to people 8 out of 10 times that people can, in fact, learn from, benefit from, walk away with something from. And then 2 of those times, you can do direct promotions of something. Okay. So I want you to kind of keep that in mind as you start promoting content and putting things out there. For example, even though I have the Amazon storefront, I don't promote it all the time. It's something I tell people about. And if they're looking for specific things, I will direct them to it. Let me give you an example of something. Let me go to my YouTube community page. Let's see here. And I'm going to just show you, hold on one second, a direct promotion that I did. Okay, I think this is it here. Just bear with me a second because I do want you to see this. I think this is it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down and you'll see this is my YouTube community page. And here was a direct promotion. And it's specifically talking about the Ready, Fire, Aim book, which by all means, if you have not read this, I highly encourage you to do it. And I'm specifically talking about it, and I tell people on there, this is an affiliate link, okay? But if you go through and you look at other stuff, I'm going to have other items in there. That encourage and also motivate people. So that's just a way for you to really see that you have to mix up your content. Okay. Now, another thing that I would suggest for you is to, think about what your audience is asking you for, what types of things that you are teaching them, and then figure out which types of products you can kind of add into the conversation as oh, this might be helpful to you. And when I say products, I'm talking more of your affiliate products. Oh, this might be helpful to you. This might be something that you could use. This is something that's been helpful to me. You don't want it to be a hard this could potentially help you type thing. Okay. And then other things that I want you to do is to think about other things you can create that can also help you during fourth quarter. So let me give you some examples of things that you can use to maximize your affiliate sales. One is tutorials. So, if in fact there's something that you can demonstrate to people or show them how to do, those are helpful for people. Another thing that's really helpful is like a listicle. And a listicle is like five five of the camping items that I highly recommend, or five or 10, 10 books that you absolutely have to have if you're a solopreneur. Those are listicles. It's just a list of items that you are, in fact, referring to. And then another thing would be gift guides. So, for example, let's say that you're going to put together something that might be, a gift guide for dads, a gift guides for new moms, a gift guide for kids heading off to college, or a gift guide for I don't know. You get the point. So that would be something else that you could put together that could, in fact, do really well. Another thing that I would suggest you do is something themed. So, for example, maybe Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays at your house. Well, once you're approved for the Amazon affiliate or influencer program, or even the affiliate program, you could put together a list of items that are your go-tos for your Taco Tuesday. So maybe you have specific plates that you use. Maybe you have, the thing that you use to mash up ground beef or ground turkey. I'm talking about all the stuff I do for Taco Tuesday when I have it. Maybe you also have guacamole bowls, or cheese bowls, or whatever. All sorts of things that fall in line with a theme. So that would be something else that you could do. All right. And then also repurpose this content. So if you do a listicle, let's say, for example, then are you able to somehow put it into a gift guide? 5 books that, or here's some books that I would recommend, and put it into a gift guide type of thing. So there are lots of different ways that you can actually benefit from using these types of things and getting yourself ready for, I apologize for that. I thought I had that turned off. Okay. So those are definitely ways that you can, in fact, benefit from all of this. So I want to give you as many ideas as I can right now, simply because it takes time to put all of this stuff together. And that November time frame, it's going to be here before you know it. And the last thing you want to do is to, find yourself on November 1st and you're first trying to get all this stuff together. Well, it takes time, and the likelihood that you're going to have everything in place by the time Black Friday rolls around, or you could have some things in place, but maybe not the way you'd really like to. So get started early. And the reason why I'm telling you to get started early, here where I live, if I walk into some of the stores right now, and I haven't been shopping in a while, but I'd be willing to bet you if I walk into the stores right now, there are probably some stores that already have Christmas decorations up. So the concept of getting started early is not new. It's something that you should do. Okay, take your cues from what you see some of the master retailers doing, people who do this every year and are really good at it. They don't wait until the last minute. You're not going to see them wait until December 1st to start putting out their Christmas decorations and so forth, or their Halloween decorations, or whatever it is, whatever season it is that they're actually preparing for. All right. So these are just some of the things that that I want to point out to you, Annette. You obviously know the drill. You can't wait. And I'll tell you, if you act on the stuff that I'm sharing with you today, right now, get started on this and have a plan to start putting things in place right now, you're going to be light years ahead of most of the other solopreneurs who are going to wait until November 1st to get started working on their fourth quarter stuff. Well, guess what? Fourth quarter starts October 1st. It's October, November, December. So we really need to be ahead of the game so our content can be out there and we can be ready to go. All right. So let me just give you a couple of things as we begin the process of wrapping up here. And I've kind of harped on one already, which is start early. Don't wait until the last minute. Plan a strategy. Figure out what it is you're going to do. And I want to say this to you. If you are a brand new solopreneur, I did a fourth quarter blueprint last week where I talked about creating digital products. This week, it's a fourth quarter blueprint on affiliate marketing, because you can use either of these strategies to earn income during fourth quarter. But it's very difficult if you're brand new to try to do them both at the same time. Now, if you've been a solopreneur for a while and you've created some digital products, then you probably could capitalize by doing both. But sometimes it's easier if you're brand new to just focus. Just, get single focused on what you're going to do. I'm going to focus this year on affiliate marketing. Next year, I'll get my digital products ready and I'm going to be, spot on ready to go for fourth quarter. Or I don't have time to start focusing on affiliate marketing right now. I'm going to go back and watch last week's live stream. I'm going to go back and watch that live stream from last week, and I'm going to implement what she talked about during fourth quarter with my digital products. Pick one or the other. I think it's too difficult if you're new to try to do them both. And then, if you're going to do that live stream, one of the things I would encourage you to do is to start telling people about it 3 to 5 days early so that they can be prepared. That way they know that on Black Friday at 11 a.m., whatever your time zone is, you're going live to talk to them about your 10 or 20 different favorite products if you're going to do that. Okay, or you're going to set a goal to have to get approved for the Amazon affiliate program. You're going to set a goal to create 15 different videos and have them hopefully approved, not approved. Hopefully have them show up in the carousel so that you can also earn some income that way. Okay, so any questions that you all have before we wrap things up? By all means, drop those in. And I always encourage everyone, if this information has in any way been helpful to you, consider giving this video a thumbs up. What that does is it sends a notice to YouTube that the information was valuable and they will show it to other people. And I also like to tell you to share this with other people because most of the time when we are solopreneurs, we have friends that might be pursuing the same avenue, and maybe this information could be helpful to them. So, by all means, feel comfortable sharing it out and inviting them to join you next week as you get on to our live stream that I'll be doing next Wednesday at 12 p.m. All right. Okay. So, the last thing I always like to do is to end with some mindset. And I always like to tell people, when you're going through this process of being a solopreneur, and a solopreneur, for those of you that hear me using, simply means that you're the one doing everything in your business. You don't have a team, you don't have a staff. So you're the one creating the content, you're the one coming up with the business strategy, you're the one driving profits, you're doing all of it. I want to say this to you because you may have experienced it, and if you haven't, you're likely to experience it, which is being a solopreneur can be lonely. Okay. You can in fact have times where people around you who are simply focused on a job just don't get what you're trying to do. And it can be challenging. Your mind can start playing games with you in terms of, whether this is something you should be doing, is this going to work for you? Is it only going to work for other people? All those things can happen. So that's why it's important for you to be part of a community. You have to surround yourself with a community, whether that's a Facebook community, whether that's jumping on a specific live stream, like you're going to be on this live stream every Wednesday or somebody else's. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one. But my point is make sure you are part of a community of other solopreneurs who are on the same journey that you are on. It will take away that loneliness. It will definitely confirm that what you're doing as in terms of pursuing a business that could ultimately, end up replacing your income, it's going to confirm that it's possible, not just possible, but possible for you. So I don't want you to try to go this alone. When I say solopreneur, that doesn't mean do everything alone. Join communities, make sure that you are connecting with others because oftentimes you're going to find that there's information that's shared in those communities that could literally increase your income. There is going to be information shared in those communities that could, take you out of, maybe you're in a situation where, you're really doubting yourself. They may share things that they do. They may talk about retreats that they're having. They may have meetups. They might have Zoom calls, whatever that can help you connect in and really, make sure that that it's fine for you to be on this path because believe it or not, there are tons of solopreneurs out there. And what you're going to see happen, if you haven't already, is you're going to see the number of solopreneurs increase drastically over the next 3 to 5 years. And some of that is going to be because of what AI is doing. AI is going to eliminate some jobs, but I'm going to tell you this. You shouldn't be concerned about it because you have the knowledge and the information to learn how to use AI to your advantage to help you create your own stream of income in the way you want to do it. So, just make sure you're connecting with people. Don't try to go it alone, and just know that you have what it takes. Everything that we do as solopreneurs is something you can learn. Marie Forleo always says everything is figure outable, and it really is. That's what I love about this type of business as a digital product entrepreneur and someone focusing on, affiliate marketing. All this stuff can be learned. You don't have to be born with it. It doesn't have to be innate. If you looked at some of my very first videos, they are absolutely, positively horrible. Okay. But I was just too stubborn to quit. And so I kept going and I kept learning. And all I did was focus on getting 1% better each time I did a video, each time I released a piece of content, whatever it was. I just focused on that. And I didn't listen to the naysayers. See, I'm too stubborn to just listen to naysayers because the first thing I do, and this was something one of my mentors told me years ago. is I look at their lifestyle, those naysayers. And if I wouldn't change places with them, I'm not listening to them. That's how I operate. It's very difficult for me to listen to someone tell me what's possible when I know for a fact, or what's not possible, when I know for a fact they never tried and everything that they did, they quit. It's just difficult for me to do. And what you will find is if you talk to many 7-figure, 8-figure earners, they're going to tell you the exact same thing. So I'm just simply passing on to you knowledge that was passed on to me years ago. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate you all being on this live stream. And if you are watching the replay, by all means, hello. Thanks for being here. And I hope to see you on a future live stream. So, next week, Wednesday, I'll be back and hope to see you then. Thanks so much. And I appreciate that, Annette. You got to be careful about those naysayers and listening to them and that. So, but I appreciate you all being on, and I look forward to seeing you on a future live stream. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome